That flight back scared me, dude.
I want to bet you whatever you want that I'm gonna go up and it's not gonna be so smooth, but oh, hell no. See, look, he's parked.
Yeah, he is.
What up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about my latest flight, which was almost a month ago, and I was in San Clemente. Long story short, the weather was completely trash. I got rocked around. It was the scariest flight I've ever had. Anyway, go ahead, check it out, and hope you guys enjoy. Good morning America, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going back to flying again. Anyway, stay tuned and let's get down to it. All right, already Josh is in the house and we have Angelo right here. All right guys, the wind is not great. Doesn't make me feel so secure. Clear prop. All right. So right now, as you can see, I'm about to take off. I'm taking off right now. And as soon as I leave the ground, I realize I should have not taken off. And now it's getting super bumpy and it's super thermally, so it's going up and down. I'm getting altitude and being shaked off. You can't really see because I have the GoPro Hero 9 and the stabilization is pretty crazy on it. But right now, at some point right now, I'm gonna pass that, I'm gonna drop. See the altitude, see how I'm dropping right now? Dropped, boom. And I'm pretty much full throttle all the time. You see now I'm fighting a little bit gust wind coming from my left side. And as soon as I pass, see I start turning right and you see I'm gonna gain some speed as I'm gonna go and pass the light post right here. You see how fast I'm going. So I'm going, and the first thing and last thing I want to do right now is land. So I'm trying to turn around, and you're gonna notice as soon as I turn and face back the field, I'm gonna be pretty much parked because there's like a crazy gust, like sheer wind, like a layer up at that altitude. That is crazy. You see now I'm completely parked. I'm being choked up. There's like so much thermals and all this stuff, and I'm literally like, you know, I'm still trimmed in, but I'm still moving forward, but super slow. I see Angelo down there trying to take off. Like I said, my microphone wasn't working, so just go ahead, shut my engine down, and go ahead for a landing. Landing was safe, nothing to worry about it. I just was afraid to catch a thermal and get lifted up last minute. And here I am touching down, and that's it for the short flight. Oh, hell no. Nope. He's getting rocked bad.
Oh yeah!
That's not good, bro.
Wow! Dang!
Lower. See, look, he's parked.
Yeah, he is.
You see, he's still too high.
Oh man.
I don't like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, look, okay, look at him going up and down. You see it? Look at the pitch.
Yeah.
You see how he dropped? Oh shit, I don't like this. Oh my god, I don't like that. Alright, you're good. Shut down the engine! Alright Josh, what's happening?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. See, hopefully I don't kill myself.
So the wind is pretty sketchy. I went first and I was about to myself. You went second and...
Yeah, I wasn't sure because I'd never felt, this is definitely the strongest I've ever felt, but I mean, I'm pretty new, so.
You're alive, bro.
Yeah, you were getting rocked.
Felt like I dropped like 20 feet, but I was like, okay, I'm still high enough.
Got it. Well, already he's going downwind. Oh! It looks better. Josh went up, told me it was better. The air was smooth. I want to bet you whatever you want that I'm gonna go up and it's not gonna be so smooth, but live and learn. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now I'm going ahead, going for a second try. It's pretty nil wind at this point. There's like literally no wind on the ground, right? As much as I know. I go take off. Josh has been out for about 20 minutes, so he's telling me that everything is fine, so I'm not freaking out. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go in and fly. I take off, I'm up in the air, and as soon as I start going over the little river that is down there, I realized that it was not such a good idea. But anyway, I'm still on my way, end up by the beach. I'm at the ocean right now, and it's feeling pretty calm to an extent. And I get to a point where I look down, I'm trying to search for some flags by the beach, and I see whatsoever no movement. I see a bunch of flags, but I see zero movement. Okay, so now you're about to see I'm gonna hit this big gust wind right now. Right now. It doesn't really show because again the 360 camera is really stable and it's stabilized. And at that time I was like, hell no, I'm gonna turn around. As you can see right now, I'm turning around and I'm gonna start looking down, trying to see if I can spot some flags, see if there's like any wind or anything. And you see again, you see how the camera is moving right now, how the horizon is switching and I'm going right and left, is because I'm being shooked up. Like I'm being literally like shooked up like crazy. And it's kind of like freaking me out a little bit because I'm like, damn it, it was calm as hell and now it's super crazy windy. I don't even know where it's coming from. So at this point, I am just gonna decide to drop it and fly back. And let me tell you, I'm gonna skip forward on the flight back. And the flight back was the worst, like the worst experience I've ever had flying. It was so bumpy. Like I was dropping like 20 feet at a time, gaining back altitude because I was going full throttle. And I was hitting like some pocket of like hot air. I don't know what it was. I had no idea. It's the first time that it ever happened to me, and I have no explanation. I mean, maybe you can see something by reading the clouds, and if you do see something, just please go ahead and let me know because I generally have no idea. So let me know in the comment section down below if you notice something and it's something I need to learn about, because again, the forecast was clear. It wasn't showing any sort of storm the day before or the day after. Actually, there was a storm 2 days prior to that, so maybe it's something related to that, but I don't think so. Again, maybe I'm wrong. And as you can see right now, as I'm flying back, as you can see the camera moving right and left. Again, the camera is not moving itself. It's just me being, I'm like, it's shaking me like crazy. I'm like freaking out. Then I'm like thinking about, okay, I need to store my camera back in the bag, and it's just like I'm just praying to be back on the ground and back on my LZ safely. I didn't even take time to, like wave or tell anyone that I needed to go back to the LZ. Again, as you can see, as I'm moving like right and left right now, that's what it is. I was being shooked up like crazy. So this is why it's really important for you guys to know about the weather. I'm talking about people that are still new to the sport, and I've been flying for a while, but that's really something that I've never really took into consideration as seriously as I should, is the weather. The weather is a huge part, and just reading the forecast on your app and seeing that it's sunny and there's no wind is not enough. You really have to dig a lot deeper than that, and that's really something that is really important, and a lot of people neglect and find themselves in like sketchy situation like I did that day. And after my first flight, which you guys saw, I knew it was sketchy as hell and I did not want to go back up. And I felt that. I had this gut feeling. I'm like, nope, you should not take off. But then, you know, like the peer pressure where you see your friends going up and it seems to be okay with what's happening. I mean, I assumed it was going to be fine. And again, as soon as I was up in the air, like a little too far from the LZ, I was already regretting it. I took my chance. Thankfully, I landed safely. But again, it's not something you want to play with, because it can be really dangerous, and it could have been my last flight. Let's just be honest, because we never know. So I was like really prepared to, you know, like to get my reserve out. I didn't want to gain too much altitude, because I felt like the higher I was going, the worse it was getting. So I was thinking, okay, if you get high enough, if something happened, you can throw your reserve and you have more, you know, more altitude. But it was just sketchy. It was a hard decision to be like, okay, do I stay at this altitude? Do I go higher? Do I go lower? So I gave myself this, you know, I was like 1,000 feet up in the air, like at this point right now, right around 1,000 feet. So I felt like it was enough for me to go ahead and throw my reserve. But anyway, at this point, I'm just trying to get my camera together, fly back to the LZ, which was kind of sketchy because I was getting pushed away. And that's all for this part. Let's land. Yes, that's beautiful. All right. Long and pretty final. Oh, fuck, it's cold. Hell no. Hell no. I mean, like, what was that? You got it. You came in really hot.
Yeah, as soon as I started feeling that turbulence, I was like, fuck, I got a long way back. I gotta get some glasses or something. Dude, he's coming in fast, dude. Just that wind scared the shit out of me on the way back.
I know.
That flight back scared me, dude. How do you feel?
Yeah, it wasn't the best flight. Like, it was a little bit turbulent, windy. It wasn't like...
The first like 10 minutes when we got there though was really nice.
Yeah. All right, we made it back, landing. This flight was horrible. #1 most horrible flight of my entire life.
It was definitely windy. It didn't really hit me until I
hit you.
flying back home, when the winds really started gusting and picking up. I was getting rocked around like the most I've ever had by far, but it was definitely an experience. 500 feet up in the air, it was super gusty and windy, but like down in the field on the LZ, it was dead calm, not a mile per hour wind, just nothing. So I guess learning experience, but man, it sucked. And that's it for this one. Not sure you guys could see how shaky it was, but again, because the camera, the GoPros that I was wearing had stabilization on, the hyper smooth or whatever it is, and the microphone wasn't working because the setting was off whatsoever. The flight was crazy, scariest flight ever. The first time I went around and landed, the second time just, you know, felt pressured somehow to fly for whatever reason. I did it. I regretted it 100%. So it is important. You have to learn about the weather. That's the #1 thing that people have tendency to skip. They just go on the app the way I've been doing for 3 years now, and they check the basics and they go from there and they don't overthink anything. You don't want this to happen to you, because obviously that flight was okay because I landed safely, but it could have been really bad. Again, learn about the weather. Please learn about the weather. There's so many YouTube videos. I'm gonna link a couple videos down in the description. That's it for this one. Thanks again for watching. Consider subscribing, leave a comment down below, leave it a thumbs up if you like it, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to stay bad.